everyone, and we are going to see what are these terms, why these things are important um, for a test engineer, especially to know all these things, to know how to connect all these things and utilize it for your software testing life cycle. So it's not just about test automation now. So if you will observe in most of the organization, especially the forward thinking organization or the organization who actually understands and use the AI tools in a proper way in their software development life cycle, they want to implement the AI into software testing life cycle also, STLC. Right? So for this, these are the what I say cream as of now, or most important things as of now. In future, you may have something new, but Git and Jenkins, I'm starting from the right hand side. Git and Jenkins are the connectors, like to complete any of your automation process, right? Knowing the Git, how it works, and Jenkins or any other build tool. Git Action also works as a build tool nowadays, or in the Azure DevOps you have. But the combination of Git and Jenkins, if you know it properly and make your own CI pipeline, right? Then you will be able to use the any of the tool, right? Any other tool to put it into CI, right? To put it into a complete automation thing. Claude, some people say Cloud A or Claude, different things. But yeah, so Claude, um, nowadays it's like it's gaining more proper popularity because of the way it can understand the whole development process, the way it can arrange the project, the way it can develop the agentic AI skills, uh, the way you can use it into the whole software development life cycle, not just testing life cycle. So either Cursor or Claude. It's not like that you have to use both of the tool, right? So one of the thing, one of the tool, either Cursor or Claude, you should know in detail. Right? It's like this. What these tools are, some of you may be already knowing it. I'll show that also. Give me just 10 minutes. TypeScript and Playwright. Why Playwright and TypeScript? You can exchange it with, replace it with Selenium, with JavaScript or Cursor, sorry, Cypress or other tool. That is also fine. But why I have mentioned Playwright with TypeScript is in demand or the most logical automation library and the programming language which most of the organization are inclined to work on now, right? And there is a logical reason behind it. TypeScript, because it's more of JavaScript, first of all. And most of the UI technology nowadays is made with AngularJS, JavaScript, React.js, again JavaScript. So the whole ecosystem of software development, especially the UI part, is more of JavaScript. Right? So to support that part, it's better to have automation also in TypeScript or JavaScript. That is one reason. Another reason is it's bit faster than the Selenium. There is no doubt about it. You create one Playwright TypeScript program, let's say, and you create one Selenium program. Same program, right? You just say, let's say, just a login and log out. You do a login to an application and immediately log out, right? Complete program, a complete test case, let's say. Same thing if you do it in Playwright, write the program in your script and execute it. And just note down, you can put a code to see what was the start time, what was the end time, what is start and end time for a particular test. You will see that it's bit faster, right? So you can see that I don't have to showcase that thing. Basically, you try on your own or read some blogs about it. Okay. It's like this. That's why people are using it. And it has its own capability. Playwright you can use for API also. So Selenium is for UI automation only, but Playwright nowadays having a lot of capability. You do UI also, you do API also with the same library, Playwright only. And then in between, probably there are a lot of other capabilities going to the network interception, and then maybe you can check some performance logs also in between. Selenium also has all these things, but you have to make it enable explicitly to do that thing, right? Maybe. So that's the difference. Um, so there is no debate as of now. I don't want to go into debate about which is the better tool and why it's better and all. Some visible thing which we all are able to observe that I am telling. It's like this. So we have designed a course so that anybody from fresher or test engineer who are already working or the QA professional, they can understand it better, um, implement in a practical way in their own system and showcase it that they're able to do all these things. Okay. Um, I explained about it that see, industry is demanding something, and we have to understand that what is the need of the hour, how things are changing, and we should learn the things which which matters a lot, right? Which matters to your team, your project, or if you are searching for new job. Most of the people are just searching job without observing the things what they should learn first or what they should learn and implement, showcase in their resume. All those things triggers to learn what we have discussed till now. Hands-on learning is important. If you are learning just through the Udemy, seeing the video or YouTube, and then you are thinking or mugging up some interview questions, that won't work. So in all my session, whenever I give this kind of demo or whenever we meet, I simply say I explain one thumb rule. If you have not written at least 100 programs, I'm saying at least 100 program, and it's not present in your system or in Git repository, your own handwritten program, you have not achieved the programming knowledge. Right? First thing. Second thing, if you have not automated at least 50 test cases on your own, I'm saying at least 50 end-to-end test cases on your own, you cannot say you know the automation. Sometimes people are just learning it, creating 5 to 10 test cases in their system, running it in parallel mode, and they think that it's done. No, it's not done. When you make more number of test cases, then you face a lot of other complexities, right? How to handle pages, how to handle a particular element, right? How to make your framework better, how to make reusable functions, how to make utilities for the reporting, right? Then you have to think how you can make it better. It's not like doing some course and done. You have to make things on your own by thinking that why not I will connect it to my GitHub? Why not I create a Jenkins job on my own? Why not this job will run automatically every Monday? Why not the report will go to all my peers? Why not my all the stakeholders will get a report monthly about my how is the production smoke is running. Why not, right? So when you think in that way, then you will progress, you will implement the things on your own. And now there is advantage of using AI. Earlier, like 3 years back, all the things which I talked, we have to do it on our own. Now you have, great capability of AI tools, which will enable you to do these things in a simpler way, in a faster way. But again, if you are not able to understand the backstory about how cursor works, how MCP works, how you create your own agents phase by phase to do different things, right? It will not make sense if you are doing it without knowing it how it works, right? Because in future, more number of test engineers will be required. If you're thinking nowadays that there is layoff and less number of QA is required, maybe true. But the thing is, in future, think logically, more number of people will be required to maintain this framework, first of all. Second thing is, a knowledgeable programmer will be required to review your test cases, right? Because AI is generating the code, let's assume, right? But who will review it? Maybe AI itself will review it, but there will be always a confidence problem. You will be underconfident if you don't know the program how it is working, the script how it is working, right? So company will also be underconfident about the AI. That is happening nowadays. So most of the organization are not confident enough that their automation is 100% accurate. They are not confident. They may be using it, but I'm telling you with all my experience, most of the organizations are not confident about outcomes of the AI. They are using it, getting the fruits out of it. That's fine, but they're underconfident. Okay, so they will make themselves confident when actually the right amount of people and the right mindset they will have the right kind of knowledge and the experience of about this tool and the programming. They will have those kind of resources, then it will be more advantageous. It's like this, right? I hope you guys are getting me what I'm saying. uh I'm going to the next slide. I created this PDF, and believe me, I created it through AI only, right? It took me, I gave the whole thing about this course, some simple instructions using Gemini, and it created the way I wanted uh, to have, right? To have all this text in this particular roadmap way and all. So the thing is, how you'll move ahead. Uh, Fundamentals should be strong. You know how your manual test works. That is important. How API testing concept works. How the Git version control. Just an example I have given. Those things you should know. Fundamental, right? Then core automation part will come where you will deep dive into how Playwright works, how TypeScript features works, and then the mix of Playwright plus TypeScript, how it can create test cases for you. First, you have to create on your own, write your own script, but then slowly you will understand that okay, through AI also this can be generated. Then the architectural part. So you have to create your own framework or use some others frame. See, framework people have made a lot of hype about it. Framework, once you create 50 test cases, you will understand that why framework is required, right? Then you will create your own framework in your own way. or customized way. Or you use existing framework, but you should know about length and depth of your own framework. It's like this. And framework will not get complete until you will put it into a CI/CD pipeline. Right? If you are just creating your framework in your own system and you're thinking that you have created automation framework, no. Framework is not just about code framework. When we say framework, it's a complete end-to-end thing where less human intervention will be required to start from understanding the acceptance criteria and creating the test cases, and then till the point when you have generated a report and distributed the report also. AI mastery. So first, second, third steps once you are done, then use the your AI skills, leverage cursor, Claude, agentic AI, smart test case generation, all those things, so that you yourself or your team can manage all the things in a proper way. Okay. Then tech stack, same thing as I explained. Tech stack, most of the companies with our own research, QA Testology has done some survey also that how the things are working. And with our own experience also with our network, when we talk about different people, these are the things people are using it, right? So core automation, Playwright TypeScript, DevOps, Git, Jenkins, AI engineering, Claude, Cursor, MCP. Okay. Hmm. So what I deliver generally, I am more into fundamentals first, clarifying, step by step, conceptually, making it more practical, making it more or demo centric. You understand it, demo it. I am showing something, demoing it properly. The same thing you should do in your system. Hands-on coding experience exercises we will do, right? So that, see, in most of the interviews, so let's talk about the interviews. When you are going through any interview process, there is a tech round, and technical rounds is changed from last 5 to 6 years. It's more of, right, talking about the programming concepts. Sometimes companies gives you the assignment, online assignment, that complete this thing. If you're passed, then only we'll go to the next thing, right? Those things. So for that, you should have good hands-on coding experience. So one thing I want to make it clear: coding is not like something like do Python in 30 days. So most of the YouTube clickbait is like this: learn this thing in 8 hours, 30 days, 60 days. It doesn't work like that. Right? Thing is, you can have, basic knowledge, day to day practice, maybe in 30 days for learning any programming language. But programming is also changing. So Java 8 is different than Java 21. Most of the people, I am very much sure, you guys are still working as Java was before Java 8. And I can show that thing in some other demo some other day. Java has changed a lot, right? The way switch case works, the way functions works, the way, you know, functional programming you can do more, dynamic programming you can do more, all those things, lambda functions. Things has changed, or maybe, but still we are not using it. That is happening. And that is one of the reason why people think that JavaScript is more difficult to learn than other programming language. Sometimes people think it because, you know, we we are more interested into more just on how if else bracket is working or creating simple programs, right? So you have to break that barrier from simple programs to making more complex program. And it's not just 60 days. It's like you have to keep that learning and implement throughout your career, right? It's not just maybe within 2 to 3 years you will become the master of that, right? But that learning will never stop. It's like this. You will do assignments, you will do projects related to, let's say, ERP domain. Now, in the STLC, now AI integration is more important. Most of the organization are doing it. Most of the organization, right from the planning part, right from how the requirements are analyzed, scopes are defined, that also are BAs are doing it in using the AI, right? Claude and some skill files. Okay. Then designing the automation script, you guys know it. Automation AI assisted and a script it will generate, and there will be self-healing elements also. So self-healing is more of marketing keyword, but the thing is, see, in the world, nothing is self-healing. Self-healing is a term introduced, but uh, it's more of alternate options for any failure, right? So you have alternate medicines, right? So when you go to any doctor and they will give you some medicine, you'll say no, it's not available in my place, so can you give some alternate, right? Those things. So self healing is more of alternates, not as a self heal. No program can self heal itself, right? It's not possible, right? It's otherwise people will become immortal, right? Or the programs or the software will not have any bug. So think about, if any program will become self-healed, right? Why the bug will come? No bug will come from the development perspective if it can self-heal, right? So understand that self-heal is more of finding alternatives in a better way. Okay. Yes, for execution also AI is there, intelligent reporting is there. I put it like generally, the ideal career graph should be this nowadays, right? I'm not saying everyone has to be purely manual QA. From the start, from the freshers itself, nowadays, manual plus automation is working. But I know that companies utilizes freshers more on doing manual part first, right? In that way, I put it like, okay, you become automation engineer, then SDT professional, then architect, and so on. So till architect only I have put, but yes, there are a lot of career ladder and options available after architect also. Okay, so this is the outcome when we will finish this course. That's it. That's it, guys. Now the thing is, I want to showcase a practical thing. So that I will do in the next session, showing you all these 5 things, maybe 4 of them, to showcase you that why this is important.